AKA is dropping tomorrow. Here are the filters that I'm going to use to gain even more coins. What's up, YouTube? I know tomorrow AKA is dropping. You guys definitely want to be prepared for this. So I'm going to bring a video to you right now because it's hard to get out videos when I'm actually sniping at the current time when the thing is actually dropping. So the first thing we want to do is we want to understand what the champions, overall the champions are going to be. Because if they went to 88, we'd obviously have to rethink this a little bit, but not really, because it would just up the overalls one, and it's not that hard to figure out. But we already know that there's going to be a Deion Sanders, which is an 87 overall champion. I'll link that above me right now. Therefore, you can see that we already know what the champion is going to be. So now we have to decipher whether or not, is the promo going to be a lot like Legends, or is it going to be a lot like Headliners? Well, EA is very cut and paste when they do things. So we're going to assume that they're going to be doing this with Headliners, which means we probably could see a Headliner reroll. Or the Headliner reroll may be taken out and actually replaced with AKA. We don't know that exactly, but we're going to assume that it's going to be like this. So we're going to click on this. We're going to look at this. We're going to see 84, 85. All right, so now we know tomorrow's filter, what we want to look at is for sure 84 or 85. Now we got to decipher one thing. Is it going to be only AKA players, or is it going to be any overall player like the Headliners were? Now, my bet would be that it's going to be basically one thing, and it's going to be AKA players only. So we want to go to the filter. We want to learn how to do this. So we know with 87s, we know we're going to need 85s or 84s and 85s. We know that based on the Headliner promo. Let's go through a little bit more of the Headliner promo just so we can see a little bit more of it. That way we can kind of pinpoint exactly what we should be looking for in AKA. So let's go down here. We can see here there's an 84 fantasy pack. Let's look and see what's required for this fantasy pack. Now we know that we need Headliner players, only Headliner players. We need a total of 6 80s, and we need what? 6 77s and 78s. So I can tell you this, I'm going to stay away from the 77, 78 at this point, but if you have a low stack, I definitely would be looking at that. But you can know, we already know the Headliner promo, but I am trying to tell you is that it is a lot of rinse and repeat. So as of right now, if I was a betting person, I would bet that there's going to be probably 84s, and there's going to be 80s, and maybe 77, 78s. I tend to lean that, I hope that there's not 77, 78s. Hopefully it's just 80s and 84s. It'll make flipping so much easier tomorrow. But now that we know that's there, if they have an 84 overall, it might take 5 or 6 80s to make an 84 overall. We don't know. They'll also probably have another thing that is going to be a lot like, maybe like this, but instead of having any Headliner player only, it'll be just any player in general to make an 80 overall. So there could be some of that, which would open the flipping game at the 77, 78s, or possibly making 80 overalls with your 77 or 78s, or maybe 79s. You just never know, right? There's always that. So with that said, now we're going to definitely take a look at the filters that we want to use. So let's go to the auction house quick. We're going to go search the auction house, and we're just gonna clear it all, and we're gonna figure out the filter. And you guys all know the lazy cell. You guys all know the lazy cell filter, but we're gonna use the Headliner promo for an example, right? So we're gonna go 84, 85. You guys already know this is the lazy filter price at 72K, 72.5K. That might be what we sell cards at tomorrow. But for the promo purposes, we're gonna want to find the AKA promo. For this, we're just gonna look at Headliners. And so you can see 67K. So then all we're going to do is you can see it already says 100 items. Let's look at the newest. The newest says 57 minutes. That's not good enough. So we're going to keep it on the newest here for a second. We're going to filter it down. Now you just filter down by all offense first. And you can see still 100 items found, but you're seeing 59 minutes. That's perfect, right? Now we can go check out quarterback. We can go whatever. But as long as we're seeing 100, as long as we're around that 100 items, as long as you're seeing that 59 minutes, you can somewhat get away with it. I would probably go that route more than I would with anything else. Let's check out the defense, and that way we can kind of get an idea there. And there's, again, 100 items. Now, this right here, 64K, you know, it's not worth buying. Even if you sell it for 73, it's just not worth it. The risk isn't there. But this is ultimately what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Campus Heroes last year was such a huge promo, absolutely huge promo. And the reason was, hey, look at that. We got a little snipe as we go. I don't even know how much profit this really is. I don't really care, to be honest with you, but we're going to throw it back up for 72. Let's throw it up for 72, 500. And bang, done. So, while I'm trying to explain this, yes. So this is the filter last year during Campus Heroes or Ultimate Kickoff that I told people heavily about, and I sat there and I didn't do every card. I only did the promo related. By doing only the promo related, I mean, seriously, guys, I made like $1 million to $2 million in like 4 hours or something. It was ridiculous. And I have a DM in my DMs yet that somebody made over 1 million coins in 2 hours just doing what I was doing. And so it's not that hard to make coin. It's really not that hard. But you definitely want to be looking for this kind of thing. Now, if we do the 80-81s, this is no difference. We want to go to 80-81s. Now, though, there is a little bit of a difference, I should say. There's just a little bit difference. We're looking at newest. You can see 27 minutes is definitely not good enough for defense. So we would actually want to filter it down even more to find what we're looking for. You can see still 100 items at 40 minutes. Now, if you really wanted to filter it down even more, now you got to search by team. And that is going to take a while. But sometimes that can be the best way to get the easiest snipes, right? I hope that makes sense. But this is definitely something I'll be doing tomorrow. This is definitely something I recommend that you guys do, especially if you want to make a lot of coin. If you don't want to make coin, then don't do it. I mean, don't do it. It's clear. It's just simple as that. This is honestly a filter right now. This corner's at 80. I would probably avoid altogether because it's just too much work having to filter it down. And I want to see more cards, the more cards as possible. So we're going to go to halfback here. You can see it here. There we go. Now you can see there's only 44 items found. We've got this one filtered all the way down. And then I would just go here and just click, go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because I seriously want to see the lowest card possible. And that's kind of how I want to go with things. So tomorrow with AKA or Campus Heroes on Thursday, it's kind of the same deal. You constantly be wanting to look at the different filters to make that champion set. Not necessarily flipping the champion or making the champion set, but flipping the 84s or 80s that are needed for that champion set. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense anyways. I can also tell you that every once in a while, it doesn't happen often. It did happen last year with Campus Heroes, though. It did happen last year with Campus Heroes, where we were flipping the 87s, which was the champion last year. We were flipping the champions because there was 100 items found, and we were able to, let's check the newest here, 59 minutes. We were able to filter it down just a little bit, and there was like 140 to 150 cards on the market. So we were able to filter it down and get some good snipes and then turn around and flip it for a much better profit. All because people want to search and sell based on the lowest number all the time. Like if you had, for example, let's say JC Jackson, they would search the price at $298. Even though you might be able to sell him higher, they automatically want to filter it, sell it for lower than that because they want their card to sell for more. That's where you get your snipes. That's kind of where you get your snipes. So tomorrow's filter, guys, 84, 85 within the AKA program. Make sure that you know what's needed for the 87. If it is all cards, you can look for the core set too. You can look at the core set. And it's going to be super contested. Everything's going to be super contested tomorrow. But I'm telling you guys, if you don't make $1 million profit tomorrow in 3 or 4 hours, I would be kind of shocked because everyone and their brothers are going to be wanting this. And content drops at like, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be exciting. That Deion Sanders everybody's going to want. I'm excited. Let's go. Get after it. Make sure you guys drop a like. Hit subscribe. Hey, I'm going to make you guys coin. Trust me. Just keep following.